Assembled meals. Today I'm going to review a few ideas from my recent book, Few Buck Lunch: Cook Food, Save Money. You can download my book for free by visiting my website, page-power.com, and I'll include a link in the show description. Saving money by avoiding expensive takeout or restaurant meals is a great strategy you can employ immediately to align your desire to control your expenses with an action. I love the idea of starting today. How many times have you met someone who says they're starting a diet on Monday? Why not start right now? It doesn't matter if you already ate a sausage McMuffin for breakfast. You can have a big salad or plate of vegetables and fruit for dessert for lunch. That's starting right now. Developing habits surrounding how you spend money can be approached with the same instant start method. You don't have to get takeout for dinner tonight. You can assemble a meal at home for much less cost. Once you master being in charge of your food spend, you can allow this method to snowball in every aspect of your life. Do you need that new handbag? No? Then don't buy it. Do you really need those new shoes? No? Don't buy them. Do you really have to go to the best restaurant in town to hang out with your friends? Perhaps a walk in the park would serve your conversation just as well. Plus, you'll get out and get fresh air and some exercise. In my book, I offer ideas for assembled meals for those who have little experience in the kitchen. In a future book, I'll offer ideas for affordable recipes that require more effort, but I think starting simple will lead to greater success for many. I know that many people don't like the idea of sacrificing in the way I'm mentioning. They treat themselves with food, or they consider themselves a foodie. Here's the thing. Like the person who's starting a diet on Monday, they won't lose weight without being hungry at least some of the time. Similarly, you won't get a handle on your expenses without sacrificing. You don't have to sacrifice for the rest of your life. In fact, once you have your debt paid off, you'll find that you can splurge more often because your savings, investment, and checking accounts will have a lot more money in them. Start with simple assembled meals. An assembled meal is what it sounds like. It requires little cooking. If you're big into meat and potatoes, this will be a shift in expectations. Examples of breakfast ideas are toast, sweet and savory. Toast is one of my favorite things to eat. I often will have toast for breakfast in some version. As well, I often have toast as my evening snack or meal. A good way to approach toast is to remember that you want to start with bread you like, a layer of fat like butter, nut butter, cheese, hummus, or something similar. Then add fruits or vegetables like apple, cucumber, and finish with an additional crunch like toasted nuts. Every day nearly, I enjoy half a double fiber English muffin with peanut butter, cinnamon, and half of an apple. I have this with a cup of coffee, and that holds me over till lunch. Now I'm older, I'm not as active as I once was, so you may need more food. But this amount seems to work well for both myself and my spouse, who is a 62-year-old man. Other really easily assembled breakfasts can be overnight oats or smoothies. Great assembled lunches are nachos, one of my favorite foods of all time. I'm a big fan of chips. If you're transporting your lunch, I recommend storing your tortilla chips in a separate container and assembling your nachos on the work site so they don't get soggy. You can make a nacho layered dip so you can avoid assembly altogether and just dig in. This dish is delightful warmed in a microwave, but it also works well cold or at room temperature. Nachos can be converted into a taco salad with a base of mixed greens. Just add everything you like and use salsa as the salad dressing, then toss. Serve with chips on the side or crush them and add them for a nice addition to your salad, similar to a crouton. Speaking of salad, let's consider greens. I like to find the most affordable greens I can. Recently, however, grocery prices and availability are unpredictable. I find that being flexible can make this less challenging. Remember that a salad doesn't always have to have lettuce. Chopped cucumber, celery, parsley, all of these items can help make a great salad base as long as it's fresh and crunchy. It's helped a lot by flavorful add-ins and fat in the form of a dressing, cheese, meat, or nuts. I also enjoy wraps or sandwiches at lunchtime. Most sandwiches you enjoy can also be a wrap if you have tortillas as well. Most sandwiches can be a salad. It just takes a bit of thought. I always like my bread toasted, and I also enjoy an open-faced sandwich. This allows me to have twice as much filling. You can swap out bread for crackers, which is a great thing to do if you're in a hurry. There's no assembly required. Just pack your ingredients in a to-go container and head off to the office. Leftover sandwiches can be served cold or room temperature. If it's in the refrigerator from the night before and it's not soup, put it between 2 slices of bread and be on your way. Don't forget to butter your bread so it doesn't get soggy. Dinner. I normally have my largest meal at lunchtime, so dinner is often a snack. When you get home from work and you're tired, it's nice to have an easy option for your evening meal without having to resort to fast food. I don't know how you feel about fast food, but I always regret a fast food meal shortly after I've consumed it. I don't like how I feel greasy, lethargic, and nauseous. A few ideas for an assembled dinner are a mesa platter. A mesa platter dinner is a platter that includes pita triangles, hummus. Often there'll be slices of tomato, pickle, olives. Sometimes nuts are included. Falafel is often included, but that requires purchasing falafel from the deli or making it yourself. It's a little complicated and not absolutely necessary. Cheese is often included, and that's quite a nice accompaniment to a mesa platter. If you've been to a cocktail party, you've seen a mesa platter. You can look it up online. Mesa is spelled M-E-Z-Z-A, and you'll see lots and lots of examples on the internet. Another type of dinner that I enjoy frequently with my spouse, it's a little weird, but it's called bread dinner. We get a couple loaves of bacon-served sourdough bread, pop it in the oven, and warm up jarred marinara sauce. We'll put on a plate balsamic vinegar and good olive oil. Sometimes we'll include cheese if we have it. We don't always eat cheese, but sometimes we do. Cheese with toasted nuts and honey can be really delightful. Bread dinner can include bread and butter. A nice glass of wine with that can really be filling. Ramen makes a nice dinner. Cheap, salty, so be careful. Don't eat this every night, but a couple times a month. Great ramen with toppings like a soft-boiled egg, some sprouts, some cabbage that's been pickled a little bit. There's a lot of great ideas for ramen. There's some ideas for toppings I've included in my free downloadable book, and certainly you could look on the internet to find great ideas for enhancing your typical less than $1 packet of ramen. I love a composed salad. A composed salad is organized on your plate versus a tossed salad. It's really nice for dinner when you want something a little fancier. A few examples of a composed salad are a chef salad, a caprese salad, or a salad niçoise. You can add anything you like. A composed salad is normally made with a bed of greens, some kind of protein, and starch. Dress your greens before plating and organize your salad with the topping in its own section. If you don't know which dressing works best with your ingredients, a vinaigrette will normally work well for most salads. We also enjoy freezer or refrigerated pasta when we're in a hurry and want something warm. It's super easy, super fast, it's delicious. All you have to do is boil the pasta, add jarred sauce, and serve. Your dinner will be ready in 15 minutes or so. Next time on Page Power, I'll give you ideas how to manage preparing more meals from home.